everyone. I am Kulwan Korehal and I'm coming up with this class on synonyms and antonyms. You know what you will get after this class? You will get a command on using 54 words. Now, isn't it amazing to get the proficiency of 50 words in a 30 minutes class? There's a trick to learn words and we are going to use the trick here. So whatever the exam, this is the way we can learn, and I'm going to give you how to learn these words. So though I've picked up these words from here, and every time we will move forward with different words, a little more of A and then B, C, D, and slowly, because if you take only the same type of words, it might get difficult to, remember. Right? So let's see how we understand this class and how we proceed. For example, if the word is awkward. What is awkward? Awkward. I'm feeling awkward. I'm not feeling very comfortable. That is awkward. The way he's speaking is very awkward. It's something you're making a funny face or something. Isn't he looking awkward? Kuch ajeeb sa. Are you getting the meaning of awkward? Ajeeb. Ajeeb sa. Right? So let's look at the words as synonyms. Synonyms are similar meaning words. Clumsy. Today I'm feeling clumsy, awkward. Right? So that is clumsy. He's so clumsy. He's keeping on fidgeting. So he's awkward. Okay? Ungainly. Not very smart. Is ungainly. Okay? So not gain is advantage. Ungainly नहीं कुछ अलग सा लग रहा है नहीं not good enough छोड़ दे मुझे अजीब सा ठीक नहीं लग रहा है ungainly कुछ फायदा नहीं होने वाला awkward right ponderous इधर उधर जा रहा है ये टिक नहीं रहा fidgety है he's fidgety is another word you can add here. This is beyond the 54 words. Fidgety. Okay. So, इधर उधर जा रहा है क्या बात है इतना awkward क्यों है? Why is he not comfortable there? Are you getting it? So ponderous. Ponder. Who ponders? A dog will ponder here and there. Ponderous. Right? Rough. I'm looking at this material is so rough. ये ठीक नहीं लग रहा मुझे. ठीक नहीं लग रहा. ठीक नहीं लग रहा means awkward. Getting it? All these are words of awkward meaning. And what will be the antonyms? Clever. I know everything. He's looking so confident. I'm sure he's clever enough. You know what to do. Clever. Dexterous. Dexterous is to do with the fingers. Very good with something. So naturally you don't make mistakes. You see, if you're making mistakes, you're awkward. If we're not making mistakes, then dexterous, very smooth. सफाई हाथ की सफाई अलग हो गया हाथ की सफाई तो चोरी हो गया but हाथ में सफाई होना opposite of awkward. Are you getting it? Apt, absolutely suitable. ये apt, this is just the apt place for you. Right course, right place, apt. बिल्कुल सही आपके लिए सही है सही होना सिर्फ म्यूचुअल फंड सही नहीं होता अदर थिंग्स आल्सो कैन बी एप्ट सही है स्किलफुल जैसे डेक्स्ट्रस बोला राइट डेक्स्ट्रिटी आल्सो इज मूवमेंट ऑफ हैंड्स एंड स्किलफुल यू आर वेरी गुड एट योर आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट वेदर इट इज नीडलवर्क राइटिंग एनीथिंग बहुत सफाई से sometimes in the kitchen you'll find some ladies doing everything very neatly that is skillfully nicely they've done सफाई से राइट सफाई से हाथ की सफाई नहीं सफाई से किया राइट एंड अदरवाइज इट इज व्हाट ऑकवर्ड इधर छोड़ा इधर गंदा ऑकवर्ड इट डजंट फील गुड आर यू गेटिंग इट क्लियर ऑकवर्ड क्लियर नाउ व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज with the same words in the same way I am telling you will make sentences. If you make sentences only then you will remember. You need to connect. Are you getting it? Without the connect, it's very difficult to remember just plain words. And that is a trick which I bring forth to you in this class. So similarly, as we worked on awkward. Let's go to apparent. Apparent synonyms are evident. Isn't it apparent on my face how much I love you? Isn't it evident in my eyes that I love you? आपको मेरा प्यार दिखता नहीं है, एविडेंट नहीं है. मतलब मैम हूँ, उम्र है पर रोमांटिक कभी भी हूँ, राइट? एविडेंट, ऑब्वियस है, सबको दिख रहा है यार, इसी को नहीं दिख रहा उसका प्यार. ऑब्वियस, यू टू बी ऑब्वियस, टू बी सीन. परसेप्टेबल, यू कैन परसीव, यू कैन सी थ्रू. मुझे सब दिख रहा है वो क्या है. आई कैन सी, आई कैन परसीव. परसीव इज टू सी, टू लुक बियॉन्ड. कईयों को पता चल जाता है, सिक्स सेंस पता चल जाता है. यू कैन परसीव कि उसका मूड क्यों खराब है, क्यों ठीक है, राइट? यू कैन परसीव, यू कैन सी. कईयों का अपैरेंट ऑन द फेस दिख जाता है कि मूड खराब है. अपैरेंट, इट कैन बी सीन ऑन द फेस. सम कंसीडेड और कंसीडिंग जो आएगा हमें एंटोनिम में. एंड डिस्टिंक्ट, टीच छोड़ गया. डिस्टिंक्ट, वेरी क्लियर. सो अपैरेंट, apparently I can see the cup in his hand, the medal in his hand. Apparently he's come first. Are you getting it? The medal hand is in the hand. Okay, the national anthem was the Indian national anthem was playing on the football ground in Olympics. India has probably bagged the first position, gold medal. Are you getting it? It's clear, apparent. Masked. She's so shrewd. I cannot say from her face whether she's angry with me or not. She wears a mask on her face. दिखता ही नहीं है उसके मन में क्या है. Masked. Not apparent. It is not apparent. Obscure. इतनी स्कीमी है ना कि पता ही नहीं चलता. Obscure. Clear नहीं है बिल्कुल. It is not at all clear. Obscure. That is what it means. It's obscure. Indistinct. Oh my God, my T's are not cut. It's like indistinct, not very clear again. Apparent, absolutely clear. For example, property has been divided. It is apparent that it would be equal, but no. Apparently, no distinction has been made, and it is not clear who's getting what. There are so many loose statements, loose clauses, that there is no clarity at who gets what. It is apparently a shady deal. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. Are you getting it? कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. It apparent नहीं है. Getting it? In and doubtful. I have a doubt. There are doubts. Where not apparent, doubtful. Is it clear? Is my class apparent that I am trying to make it easy for you, or you still are doubtful on my way of teaching? Doubtful. Lack of being apparent. Lack of apparent is doubtful. Okay. So I assume you've understood. I'm going to the next word, allure. Now what does allure mean? Entice. Lure पता है क्या होता है? Again, you're going to say, ma'am is very romantic. Alluring is wanting somebody. Okay, ichha, to have something. Okay, alluring. So, enticing. You're trying to, like, I'm trying to impress somebody, you know, entice somebody with your looks. इस तरह से देखना या किसी तरह से entice that person. समझ गए? Trying to have an impact on you, trying to create a connect. Enticing. Then fascinate, that is entice. We are talking about the word allure. How are you going to allure? How are you going to appeal? How are you going to say that that person matters to you, or how you're going to reach out to that person? So one is entice that person, tempt him, dress up nicely, whatever, or make his favorite dishes. You're enticing him. And then fascinate him. Oh, you're so charming. One is trying to do your best to impress him, to fascinate that person, so that वो मान जाए, alluring him. Okay, that is fascinating. Tempt him, temptation. अच्छा ये करोगे, we tempt our children very often. ये करोगे तो ये कराएंगे. If you finish this work, we'll take you out. tempt with something, and similarly you can tempt anybody with whatever you want, right? Point is, you want them to do what you want them to do. So whether it is to tempt or allure or seduce. Now seduce I'm not going to explain because it becomes too much for you. But everything I'm talking is almost seduction, right? So trying to get things done, that is very important. Seduce, allure. And then the opposite, repulse. Do something that the other person just hates you and just puts you away. I mean, when I think of repulse, I can think of the chipkali on the wall. Repulsive. The lizard on the wall. Repulse. Either you can do something that the other person just repels you. You do such an action. Repulse. Deter. Prevent yourself from saying something good to that person. Keep the distance. Avoid. Make it, let it go. Let it be. ध्यान मत दो. Deter it. Late करो चीजें. Deter. Repel. Repulse, repel, almost thing. You see, they say like poles repel, unlike poles attract. But you want to repel, then you can do something else to repel. You can do something that they just repel you. They hate you. And distaste. You don't have the same taste at all. We don't like it, distaste. So create such a thing that ultimately there's no, you do not allure. Allure is entice, tempt, fascinate, and this is deter, repulse, repel. Getting it? So this is the third word which you've done. And with this we have done how many words? 3 9s are 27 words. We are halfway through. Next word, an easy word, is bustle. Now what does bustle mean? Bustle means, this is a word which we have used, hustle, bustle, hurry, burry. We use these words very commonly. So bustle, it means haste. What is all this bustle about? Jaldi, 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 jaldi kar rahe ho. What is it all about? Hurry, I will miss the train. I have to hurry. Got that? So what is all this bustle? Jaldi, 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 kya machai hui hai? So hurry. Hurry is one word which means bustle. Tumult. पूरा उथल पुथल जल्दी के चक्कर में we happen, no? I mean, सूट पहन लिया, जाना है, दुपट्टा नहीं मिल रहा, तो then सब ऊपर नीचे हो गया. Tumult, total tumult, right? Otherwise फाइल नहीं मिल रही, वो कागज नहीं मिल रहा, वो पेन नहीं मिल रहा, तो then सारा ऊपर नीचे, that is tumult. So use that word tumult when ऐसा कुछ होता है घर में. What have I done? All tumult, and tumult, what does that mean? Bustle. Okay. Stir. Stir is, see now all these words are not used the same place. I mean, you cannot use the same word in different places. In different places you can use different words, and they're the most apt word. That is why we have synonyms. Now stir means, one is stir, hilana, right? Now in a meeting also you can stir up the conversation, stir up, शुरुआत कर ली ताकि वो धीरे धीरे उबाल आए meeting में. तो stir up a conversation in such a way, stir up some friendship in such a way, you can use it like that. But actually stir is stir fry vegetables which we have, that is also stir. That is the one stir. You can start something, you can also call as stir. Okay, stir. But here it means stir is quickly, सब कुछ हो रहा है, जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी, stir up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. It means in that context. And hurry, I'm not explaining hurry now. Hurry is to do something very fast. Bustle ho gaya. Now what is the opposite? Slow. Okay, so very slowly. He's lethargic. Lethargic aaya? Nahi. So I'm giving you another word. Lethargic. Okay, I'm not writing now. So you either sluggish. Lethargic, I give you another word, you can note it down. lethargic. Lethargic. He's so lethargic. He takes so long to do anything. Sluggish. He's so sluggish, he'll take an hour to get out of his bed. नहीं ना, मुझे नहीं उठना. sluggish, धीरे धीरे लगा रहता है, धीरे धीरे, sluggish. Inert, हिलता ही नहीं है. He is so inert. देखा जरा अनसुनी कर देता बात, करना ही नहीं काम. He does not want to do work. Inert. Inertia, lot of work. Inert, नहीं काम. Inertia. Quiet, फर्क ही नहीं पड़ रहा. He is just quiet. He doesn't want to take any action. Though in this context it is done that he is not doing anything. So, for example, they say not taking an action, not taking a decision is a decision. Could be in that case, quiet. Now, किसी में जाना नहीं आना नहीं, बस बैठे रहो चुपचाप. Inertia type ही हो जाता है एक तरह से. But that is how it is. Opposite of bustle. Is it clear? Till now, are the words getting clear? Well, I'm coming to the next word, which is brittle. Now, what is brittle? This chalk is brittle. It breaks easily. Okay? So, brittle is breakable. Breakable. What? Breaks easily. Breakable. Frail. Nazuk si. But then normally they say she's such a frail girl. Patli si, लड़की हो या whatever, frail, looks like so delicate के नहीं सहार पाएगी, right? Stick can be frail. It will not take the weight like that. Okay, frail. Frail body is very thin, and then it's a strong body. Then that's strong, and then frail is opposite there. Okay. I mean, that doesn't mean necessarily brittle. Brittle एकदम टूट जाता, but yes, they're taken as in that place. कि ऐसे लगता है कि बिल्कुल ही वजन नहीं सहारेगी or something. Whatever. He'll not be able to hold his own weight also. इस तरह से. Frail, fragile, fragile. Now, what is fragile? Fragile you might use for crockery. Handle with care. It's very fragile. It'll break, right? Bone china hai, crystal hai, crystals. So they are very fragile. They will break. So always when it's fragile, it's written handle with care. So fragile. When it is breakable, it is brittle. It is fragile. Opposite of this also can be what? Unbreakable plates and all. Unbreakable. Oh, there it is. Unbreakable. Unbreakable. What breaks easily is, which I did in the beginning, breakable. Right. So that is brittle. And opposite of brittle, tough. Tough. For example, an old twig, dandi koi, सूखी हुई डंडी is brittle. पर जो हरी वाली होती है, वो tough. It cannot break that. Or you can be tough like the banyan tree. Banyan tree कौन सी हुई? बड़ का पेड़ और a people tree, so strong. जो सूखी लकड़ी होती है वो ब्रिटल हो गई, पर जो पेड़ होता है वो तना उसका वो स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है. ओके, सो वी हैव टफ. Firm. Firm could be not necessarily in things, it could be in your character. She's firm. What she says, she means it. She's firm in a belief. There is God. And there's no denying. I'm firm. Hard work will get its reward. I'm firm on that. And my belief is firm. Right? And then unbreakable. I told you, tough and strong. Strong also ho gaya. Unbreakable, firm and tough. Clear? And we have just finished the word. The next word is blemish. Now what is blemish? यहाँ दाग दिख रहा है तो ये blemish हो जाएगा. That's a blemish. Okay? Any spot somewhere, that will be a blemish. कोई भी निशान पड़ गया तो that will be a blemish. जल जाता है. Right? When something burns, that will be a blemish. There can be a blemish, there can be a stain. If tea has fallen somewhere, then there will be a stain. तो toothpaste गिर जाता है, and then toothpaste also, that's a stain, right? In the morning. So we have stain. Then there's also flaw, blemish, गलती करना. When you do something wrong, It could lead to assassination of character. तुम्हारे से तुमने कुछ गलत कर दिया तो you can get a bad name. और बैड नेम मतलब जो दाग पड़ता है नाम पे वो तो कभी जाता भी नहीं है, isn't it? जो बैड रेपुटेशन होती है that doesn't go. So that is also a blemish. A blemish which is not seen but it is worse than that. Blemish to your name. If somebody has gone to the jail once or he's gone to the whatever, कुछ गलत हो गया वो हमेशा ही रह जाएगा कि ये इसने ऐसा किया है. That's a blemish. Then that's a stigma attached to you. ये गलत होता है, ये गलत करते हैं. That's a stigma. Could be for a drug addict, could be anybody. It's a stigma then. वो ऐसी है, वो ऐसा है. So those things are वो blemish ही है. एक तरह से निशान ही है वो भी. Stigma, flaw, गंदी आदत पड़ जाए, बुरी आदत पड़ जाए. So that just remains as a flaw. And a fault. Fault आदत भी हो सकती है. Fault, there can be a fault in the flooring, fault in construction. पेंटिंग बनाई, पेंटिंग में कुछ गलती हो गई, वो हमेशा नजर आती है, isn't it? वो ब्लेमिश है, वो एक निशान है जो आपको हमेशा अखरेगा, right? So that way, so that also is a flaw which always comes out. कोई एम्ब्रॉयडरी भी करता, हमें पता गलती है, nobody else will know, but it will always come up. We will see that only every time. So that's a fault, that's a blemish, that's a stain. And the opposite, what can be better? Purity. एकदम साफ, अच्छा कैरेक्टर, कोई दाग नहीं है, नो एब्सोल्यूट प्योरिटी. बोलते हैं ना कईयों का इनका ऑरा बहुत अच्छा है, उसमें मतलब ब्लेमिश नहीं दिखते. नहीं दिखते बोल रहे हो, कहीं ना कहीं सब में होता ही है, राइट? बट देन नेवरदलेस एज गुड एज नॉट देयर, राइट? सो प्योरिटी. इम्पेकेबल, गलती निकलती नहीं है, बिल्कुल कोई गलती नहीं है. इम्पेकेबल. सो दैट इज वन थिंग. स्पॉटलेस, इतना साफ है कि कोई दाग नहीं है, नो स्पॉट. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ओनली, आई कैन टॉक अबाउट कैरेक्टर, आई कैन टॉक अबाउट नेम, and also about things. After some dusting, it is spotless. There is no blemish, no stain after cleaning. So that is how it should be. And stainless. I have to take care of my teas. So many teas I've got. I've not, covered my teas. Covered is not the right word though. Hanji. So what I am saying is, cut my teas. Yes. So what I am saying is that this, I hope you understood what we are talking about. So we are talking about, so my blemish is not cutting my teas. That has been my blemish today. And that has come out also. It has become obvious that this mistake I am making, I had not realized because I had not written on the board from such a long time. And when you write on the computer, you do not come to know. I normally type on the computer, right? So this is what today's class is. To revise quickly, we have done words awkward. Awkward. We talked about clumsy. He was awkward, he is clumsy. And we can talk about he's very skillful in his work. He's very apt. He's apt for his job. He's very suitable for his job. Apt. So when you make sentences like this, you will be able to remember. Then we did the word apparent. Apparent was which is easily visible. Apparent. So one is visible. So it is obvious. It is obvious. I talked about a lot of liking. It is obvious that I like you, and that is why I am spending so much of time in explaining to you. And masked. इस तरह से कवर अप कर दूं, पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि मैं सोच क्या रही हूँ और बोल क्या रही हूँ. So put a mask on your face. मुखौटा डाल लो, okay? Indistinct, doubtful. When I am in doubt, then things like I was just doubtful of what to say about tossing my teas. Okay? Allure. Allure was entice, वो जो बहुत romantic सी बात कर रही थी. And allure, and then repulse. चिपकली की बात की थी. Repulsive, right? Then we talked about bustle. Bustle is fast, hurry, and stir. एकदम चीजें उथल पुथल कर देनी. That is when we talked about hustle, and we said slow and sluggish, and the slow as a tortoise. That is when we said, and we said quiet, be quiet, not to make a noise, inert, बिल्कुल एक्शन नहीं करना, बैठे रहना, ठीक है ना? So that is opposite of bustle. And then we had brittle, where I broke the chalk, and I said, and we talked about the banyan tree with the strength, which is the antonym, and we talked about a twig, dandi, जो टूट जाती है, a toothbrush can break, so that will be brittle, fragile. रिश्ते आजकल क्या हो गए हैं? Friendships have become what? Brittle, जल्दी टूट जाते हैं. Right? So that they are brittle. And if they do not break, which should be, they should be strong. And then another word can be tenacious. Tenacious, which can take a lot of weight or pressure of relationships or whatever. Then their marriages are now tenacious. Marriages earlier were tenacious, strong. Nowadays they are brittle. जरा सा कुछ होता है, divorce. Right? So that is, they become brittle and then you get unbreakable. And then we have a blemish के निशान रह जाता है अपने, दाग लग जाता है. तो दाग लग जाता है, which is, could be either a tea stain or on character, whatever it be, that is a blemish. Right? And we say purity, impeccable, हाथ लगाए मैली हो जाती है, purity. That is what is spotless. Right? So I really hope this class helps you, and believe me, just this class, attending this class, not going to help you. You have to keep making sentences and using these words. If you bring them in your active vocabulary, you will not only crack the exam, but you will also work wonders in your English with just doing my synonyms and antonyms course, which could be another 10 classes. Right? So this is the way, and you would learn so many other words, and your English enrichment will happen through this. Right? So what you have to study for the exam is good, but why not we study that for life? So make the best use of this exam, study well, do this course well, and use these words, and it will be for life you will benefit. And I'm going to say this every time when I take this class. Okay? God bless you. Take care.